evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Jenny English. In tonight's news, the first case of the novel coronavirus has been reported in the United States, and we'll bring you more from Tullahoma's celebration of the life of Dr. Martin Luther King. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new Owner Advantage program. It starts as simple as your first year's maintenance is included with the purchase. We have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plans available. Car detailing, car rental, collision repair. Stop by one of our 5 locations and let one of our certified sales staff tell you all about it. The Russell Barnett Automotive Family Advantage Program. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Welcome back. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention on Tuesday confirmed the first case of the 2019 novel coronavirus in the United States in the state of Washington. The patient recently returned from China, where an outbreak of pneumonia caused by this novel coronavirus has been ongoing since December 2019. While originally thought to be spreading from animal to person, there are growing indications that limited person-to-person spread is happening. It's unclear how easily this virus is spreading between people. The patient from Washington with the confirmed infection returned to the United States from China on January 15th of this year. The patient sought care at a medical facility in the state of Washington, where the patient was treated for the illness. Based on the patient's travel history and symptoms, healthcare professionals suspected their illness to be coronavirus. A clinical specimen was collected and sent to CDC overnight, where laboratory testing confirmed the diagnosis.
The Centers for Disease Control has been proactively preparing for the introduction of the novel coronavirus in the United States for several weeks. CDC is working closely with the state of Washington and local partners. A CDC team has been deployed to support the ongoing investigation in the state, including potentially tracing close contacts to determine if anyone else has become ill. While several illnesses, including illness resulting in several deaths, has been reported in China, other patients have had milder illness and have been discharged. Symptoms associated with this virus have included fever, cough, and trouble breathing. The confirmation that some limited person-to-person spread with this virus is occurring in Asia raises the level of concern about this virus. But CDC continues to believe the risk of novel coronavirus to the American public at large remains low at this time.
The Horseplay Organization of Tullahoma recently received a sizable donation from proceeds of a walking horse show held several weeks ago. Andrew Todd brings us this story as Jerry Harris, producer of the Water Horse program here on Channel 193, makes the check presentation.
I'm here today at Horseplay in Tullahoma, and I'm speaking with Amanda Duke, who's with Horseplay. Amanda, thanks for talking with us today. If you would, let our viewers know, what exactly does Horseplay do?
Horseplay is a therapeutic riding program for children with physical, mental, or emotional disabilities. The bonding and the working with the horses allows them to grow in ways traditional therapy does not.
That is fantastic. It is great work that you guys do out here. And I understand you recently came into some very much needed funds. Can you tell our viewers how did that come about?
Yes, we received a donation from a horse show that benefited us, Great Strides, and Liz's kids. The horse show was a walking horse event.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. And how will you go about using these funds? I know you're in desperate need of some items and different things. Let our viewers know, what are you going to use these funds towards?
These funds are earmarked for a handicap-accessible bathroom. That is our greatest need at the moment.
That's fantastic. Any other items that you might?
We can always use saddles and girths and hay.
Right, yeah,
Square bells, round bells, this winter was just real hard.
True, true. And if any of our viewers out there would like to donate or help out Horseplay, how could they go about contacting you guys?
We can be found on Facebook, Horseplay Inc. We're in Tullahoma. That's probably the most effective way to get in touch with us quickly.
Fantastic. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for chatting with us today. And folks, this is a fantastic organization, and if you can, give anything you can to Horseplay. They do tremendous work here. Amanda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
John Gray talked last week with Tullahoma Fire Chief Richard Chasteen about his recent encounter with country music star Dustin Lynch, who has just released his latest album titled Tullahoma.
Some great publicity that came kind of vis-a-vis the great fire department with Dustin Lynch.
We did. Dustin was in town recently doing his concert.
Right.
On the 17th of December. He always asks for toys to be brought to the concert. We usually get, 300 or 400 nice toys to give out at the toy drive, which was another huge success this year. But he came a little early and toured around town and visited KK's pawn shop where he bought his first guitar, and went to his old home place out off Riley Creek Road, and then he came to the fire station because one of his songs is Mama's House is the title. One of the lines is, I'd burn the whole town down if it weren't for Mama's house. So he came and we rode him on the fire engine and did some fun stuff with him. Him and Cody, the host of Top 20 Countdown on CMT.
Right.
And that was aired Saturday at 8 a.m. and Tullahoma was mentioned continuously for 3 hours. It was amazing. I got calls from several family members and friends out of state that saw it, that like, what is going on, So it was
That's wonderful.
Neat. Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Stay with us. More news is coming up after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Only 2 remaining 2018 Kia Stingers, up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Tullahoma residents celebrated the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King this past Monday. Let's watch as former Tullahoma Alderman J.T. Northcutt speaks at the event.
Well, good morning. Well, welcome everyone. And first of all, I think it's fitting that we really take the time to thank the We Care Committee. Because it takes an effort to pull this together. This is an annual event. I don't know how many years that the committee has done it, but we are certainly blessed to have a community committee like this in our community, and I want to personally thank them for their efforts and the things that they do. So today is the day that we gather to remember and honor Dr. Martin Luther King. His work, his spirit, his commitment, his dedication. 55 years ago. So a lot of you in the audience that may seem like forever. For some of us, it's not been that long ago. But 55 years ago, the landscape of America was very, very different. So different that a lot of people of color, women, minorities, lives are different, and the very thing that America was built on, the guarantee of equality and the American way of life and access to the American dream, was not meant for everyone. And so as we stand here today, we benefit from the struggle, from the sacrifices, from the vision that Dr. King, and there were others, that Dr. King and others put in place and made it possible for us today. So as we stand here today, we want to welcome you and ask that your mind be in the spirit of what this day is all about. I want to thank those and recognize those that made the sacrifice this morning to march in the cold weather. You know, I want you to think about this. I, for one, did not march in the cold weather. We often have reasons why. But 60 years ago, there were people that braved weather like this, didn't walk a mile or two, 30 miles, 45 miles, under much different circumstances, under the threat of bodily harm, under the threat of frostbite, under the threat of a lot of things that today we don't even have to worry about. So as we talk about Dr. King, I ask you to put your minds in the spirit of what this day is that we're recognizing and the person that we're honoring. Because as everything in history, today we stand here looking back at the past and what got us here. But I'm going to ask you today also to think about today in the present terms. Where are we at today in line of the dream, the vision that Dr. King had for not only our race, not only minorities, but for our country? I want you to think about it in terms of the future. We'll probably be here again next year, hopefully all of us will be. But I want you to think about what the future is, because Dr. King's vision was a futuristic vision, right? It was a vision that was not only a vision, but a plan to take us from where we were at the time in the 60s, the mid-60s, to a better place that we actually, again, are experiencing somewhat today. But the dream was not complete today. We still have things that need to be overcome. So I'll ask you to put yourself in the spirit of not only the past, honoring Dr. King, realizing where we are today, and do a self-check, because it's all of us, our thoughts, our attitudes about things, and also put yourself in the future of what needs to be accomplished. So again, we welcome you today on behalf of the We Care Committee. We're thankful that you're here. And so the program today, we want to be thankful for those that are participating in it. And really, you know, for me, the star of the show already are these children. I mean, this is what the future is. And the teachings and you know, it takes a lot to just stand up here, you know, for these kids. To be able to do it, to want to do it, it's wonderful. And to the parents of the children, to those that are mentoring these children, we honor you and we thank you. And so please enjoy the program today, and thank you very much.
We'll be right back with more news after this.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. Staff members from the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce stopped by earlier this week to talk about the annual membership banquet coming up in 2 weeks.
Our annual membership celebration is coming up on Friday, February 7th. And so it's going to be at the Coffee County Conference Center. And we're just excited to celebrate a great year with the Chamber, another great year with the Chamber.
And it has been a very good year with the Chamber, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
Some big stuff.
Yes.
Give me big stuff this last year.
Well, we exceeded our membership goal, which is big.
That is always big.
That's very big. And so, and adding new members, and and we sold out so many events. We had a record-breaking Christmas parade, which was amazing. We had 117 floats go down Jackson Street.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yes.
It was really nice, and the weather turned out just perfect for that.
Right.
Brought back the taste of Tullahoma in a way differently. It was on. It was downtown.
Yes.
And it was on Lincoln Street.
Yes.
And it was sort of maybe a farm to table kind of a event feeling.
Yes.
And that went well.
It went really well. We had a great turnout for that as well. And so we do plan to bring that back for 2020. So we've done our strategic planning for 2020 and the events that we'll bring back, and some that we'll take a break from. And so we have some new events that we'll be introducing this year. We're going to do a 5K and a 40 under 40 luncheon to celebrate the YPs that we have, the young professionals we have in Tullahoma.
So you're 40 under 40. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So things are working out well between the Chamber and, of course, all the members and everybody. And it amazes me that we have so many CEO sponsors where businesses have come on board. Chamber businesses have come on board with the school system. I think that's a really, really cool thing, and that it puts people who are actually doing the jobs in front of these kids to where they see what it really takes to do a certain and a specific job and to be successful at that.
That's right.
And I think that's just an outstanding thing. Y'all do a great job.
Thank you.
And the ambassador, that's something that wasn't around always. And I think that was a great program to put the ambassador program into work, to get some of the new members out there. And I just think y'all are doing a really, really good job at what you do.
Thank you. Faith works very closely with the ambassadors, and so, and I'm going to let her talk a little bit about
the digits,
that
the
program
digits of all of it. You're the digit girl.
Yes and no.
Yes,
so I do
no.
handle the marketing, but I do a lot of design work.
I know. Well, that takes digits too. So.
Yeah,
Tell us about it, Faith.
The ambassadors, or
all
of it?
What you're up to.
Sure. So, as Hope said, I do work very closely with the ambassadors, and that probably is one of my favorite things with working with the Chamber. I work with approximately 25 just very energetic individuals, and not only that, but they bring just such a dynamic to not only the Chamber but their businesses and the community of Tullahoma. And that's just something that I think is so special and that I want everybody to be a part of. If you have the opportunity to be an ambassador, I encourage it wholeheartedly, for sure.
What I see that's so incredibly good about the ambassadors is it gives a member company a way to take a person or two and get them to the next level of involvement in the Chamber of Commerce, where every coffee, every event, they're there, and they're not only selling the Chamber, but they are representing the business that they work for. And all of a sudden, these businesses are just showing up everywhere and generating more business for the business and more good for the Chamber.
Yes.
And I just think that whole program is ingenious.
Yeah. Well, we definitely think that that's why we're seeing such a surge in our membership, is that people are seeing the activity that's taking place and they definitely want to be a part of that activity. But, the membership celebration banquet, that's what it is. It's all about celebrating the members. That's where we're going to award our Business of the Year, Small Business of the Year, CEO Partner of the Year, Citizen of the Year. And so, of course, we could not have this event without our two title sponsors, First Bank and Tenova Healthcare Harton. So we're so grateful to them for their continued support. But it's not too late to get your tickets.
There you go.
So you can still get tickets at tullahoma.org. Well, we are doing a little bit of
Gadsby on.
A little bit of the Roaring 20s with that, and so you can get your reservation, and you can still make nominations in those categories that I just mentioned on the website as well. You know, we're just excited. Anybody who has any questions about the celebration can go to our website, our Facebook page. They can call the office. They can stop by and see us. So we're happy to answer any questions.
And that office is outstanding. It's good looking. They fixed that place all up. We all ought to be proud of it and go in and check it out.
We'll be right back in a moment with more News Leader on 6.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home, our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. The local Alzheimer's Association is planning a couple of events in the near future. Fran Gray tells us more.
We have a lot of things going on in 2020, and we're kicking it off really loud and strong. We have, first of all, our trivia night. We're having a special benefit trivia night on February 10th. That will be at Daddy Billy's, and Spinelli's will be offering some real special food bargains that night. There will be cash prizes, and this will be like a prelude to this year's Purple Olympics. The Purple Olympics are coming up really fast, and we're hoping that folks are going to be getting teams together. We need to have folks calling us at 434-2348 to let us know that they are forming teams for the second annual Purple Olympics. As you recall, last year we had the Purple Olympics in May, but we moved it up to March 7th because we didn't want to catch all the conflicts with the end of school that happen in May. So this will be coming up on March 7th in the Tullahoma High School gym, and we need folks to come and support Alzheimer's Tennessee. Alzheimer's Tennessee is the only local provider of support groups and education for families and individuals who are affected by Alzheimer's and other dementias. So we appreciate the support of people. We want them to form teams. It's such a fun event, and thanks to you and your great ideas, we had a wonderful event last year, and I surely hope you're going to be feeling well enough to be on the floor. You're kind of like a ringleader on the floor of the gym. You are.
And we had a lot of our staff here was involved as well. Philip Scoggins and Andrew Todd and different children and staff people, and we appreciate their support as well.
Absolutely. So I meant to say ring master. You're the ring master, not the ring leader.
Could be both. Yes,
you could. But we will have our infamous puzzles out there, timing people and putting together puzzles for the state of Tennessee. We'll have our adult tricycle races. We'll have wheelchair races. We'll have a prize and cakewalk like we did last year. And it's just going to be more fun. So again, that's coming up on Saturday, March 7th. But we want folks to come down to Daddy Billy's. We're going to open the doors around 5:30 for folks to order their food and have drinks, and then have our trivia competition starting around 6 o'clock. It's a $10 entry fee, and we can have up to 6 people on each team. There will be 2 15-question rounds for trivia night, so that'll be fun.
And what's the date of that again?
That is February 10th. It's a Monday night.
Okay.
The next day, we are having our clergy conference. The clergy conference will be held at Mount Zion Baptist Church at 301 South Washington Street here in town, and that will feature guest speakers, the Reverend Elmore Torbert Jr., who is the pastor of Mount Zion.
And a good buddy.
Yes, he is. He's a wonderful friend. And he is going to be addressing the issues from a pastoral standpoint of folks in faith communities who are affected by dementia. We will hear from Dr. Mark Lee, who will bring a medical perspective on dementia. And then we will have Miss Pat Karen, who will be speaking about how our churches can support individuals who are facing problems with dementia. So that's coming up on Tuesday, February 11th, and we're doing an evening program this time because a lot of folks are still working at other jobs in addition to being church leaders. So that will be 4:30 to 8:30 at Mount Zion Baptist Church, again presented by Alzheimer's Tennessee.
Stay with us, your weather forecast is coming up next.
Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental has proudly served your auto rental for over 30 years. Check out this huge selection to choose from. Small car, mid-size car, full-size car, crossover vehicle, SUV, minivan, pickup trucks, 12 and 15 passenger vans. Whether big or small, Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental has them all. Stop by our 2 locations to serve you, Tullahoma and in Winchester. And remember, my question is, why rent anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game.
The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1943 at 69 degrees. The record low was in 1936 at 1 degree. Average high on this day is 50 and the average low is 30. Rain in the forecast for tonight with a low of 41. Rain ending on Friday with a high of 47 and a low of 34. Cloudy weather in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 42 and a low of 28. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Good night.